All right, let's talk 2021. My name is Greg. You're watching How to Play Paintball. Okay, so someone had asked me about my gear for 2021. So we did actually just get in some of the other equipment that we're going to be using for this season. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the camera over. And there actually is going to be a giveaway, so you want to make sure that you stay tuned so that way you know how to enter to get a product that isn't even released yet. So just a little tease there for you. But let's go into the gear bag and show you what I'm going to be using this season. Okay, so first things first, the actual gear bag. So Volcano has been awesome. They've been a huge support. So thank you so much to them. You actually can get a discount on these bags. I personally love the camo one. I think it looks real sick. So if you go to volcanousa.com and you put in the code WATCHLEARNWIN, you'll get 10% off. So you can get your very own Volcano gear bag. Yeah, just I guess the outside. So I like to just show off a little bit about myself. Of course, some sponsors. Air Ups was a really big support, or has been a really big support for the channel. Of course, I got my Volcano patch, a little Captain America. And then, yeah, I mean, the Mandalorian, of course, you know, I want to have my Mythosaur there. And I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. As you can tell, I'll get to my tank in a second. So I like to have the White Tree of Minas Tirith. So I'm going to stop nerding out for a second. So I guess since my gun is on the outside here, I'll just show this to you first. So with my gun, so of course we're staying with MacDev this year. MacDev has been great, so the gun shoots awesome, and there's really not much to say about it. I mean, it's a great shooting marker, and just is reliable. I did go with a little bit different of a shell design this year for my my control. So I'm sticking with the leopard print at the bottom, graphite top, and then the blue speed feed, just a little bit different. Not anything too flashy that's going to stand out on the field, but it helps me stand out without standing out too much, if that makes sense. It's not like a highlighter showing where I'm at. Of course, I got my How to Play Paintball stickers on there, but I use a 90 SL for my tank. This is just a personal choice. I like to have more of the length in my marker, so my thinking was, well, instead of having an extender, I'd rather have a little bit more space for air, and sometimes you got to shoot a lot, so that's what I like to use. And of course, I got my Powerhouse reg. It's actually a custom. If you can see that there, we have the ML Kings Powerhouse regs. Yeah, all of our sponsors are awesome. So thank you to all of them for their support. And then my barrel cover. So I'm not really sure what else to say about that. So let me put this down, make sure I don't scratch it. And so first thing I'll do is open up this little pouch. So always good. So even though I'm half Cuban, I definitely sweat. I'm sorry, I can get burned real easy. I also am part German, so I think that probably plays into that. So always good to have my sunscreen. And then I like to have, I just got these in actually. So if you ever see me at the field, I probably have some stickers. So these aren't like for sale or anything. So if someone has one, then they've probably interacted with me at some point. So put those back in there. All right, so the outer part of the bag. So inside here, so I have extra O-rings, because you never know what O-ring you're going to need to swap out. Some more lube. This is actually like a foldable umbrella, so that way I can use that if it's starting to rain at the event. This, of course, Allen keys are super important. Extra batteries. Don't worry, these are all individually wrapped, so it's not something that you need to worry about it sparking or something like that. And then I'd shown a video before on my my Allen key that will never get lost, because you literally can't lose this. You're gonna put this around someone's neck, and if you do need to grab it and adjust real quick and then throw it back into the pit because you need to run out into the field, you're not gonna lose the red piece and all of that. So that's why I made that, because it's annoying when everyone loses their Allen keys, and yeah, it's just annoying. So just helps to have that. On this side, I actually only have one thing, and I think I showed this even last time. So my Christ Crew headband, this one I kind of refuse to ever wear. Reason being is this was Alex Hong's. So Alex Hong was the one that actually started Christ Crew. So I actually have his Ironman jersey. I think it was his last Ironman jersey before he retired, and someone was actually nice enough to give me that, and actually used to be his. So really cool that someone did that for me. But I just like to hold on to it, and yeah. Okay. All right, so actually opening up the gear bag. So my elbow pads, so the Royal Guard Supreme elbow pads are great. They're super light. If you are buying these, just know that the actual gauntlet is a little bit tighter. I think it'll eventually stretch out a little bit more, but you can always adjust on the biceps for having it not slide down. But just know that it is a little bit tighter in the wrist and in your hand. So just to have that in mind for when you're actually purchasing them. But I mean, they've been doing well so far, so it's nice to have those. Now the Air Hex, you guys probably saw that I used to use the carbon ones. I'm actually using these now. So I use the Air Hex slider shorts as well as the knee pads. So basically the idea with these is they are just meant to be super light and just get the job done. So it allows me to be lighter as well as having a lot of flexibility. So that's something that with my carbon bottom layer, I felt like I was having a little bit of restriction. I don't want to have any restriction when I'm trying to get out of the way of a lane, or if I need to get into a weird contortion to get out of the way of a shot. So these help with that, and they're just stupid light, so they're going to breathe really well. But yeah, I mean, they just do what they're supposed to do. And then the knee pads are the same idea. What's funny with the knee pads is I thought that they were going to fall down because they don't have any sort of like the silicone on the inside there, but the knee pads are great. These are not meant for like the super tough terrain. It's just meant for being super light and just getting the job done, like I had mentioned. So I had these on and didn't have any issues with them falling down. Diving felt fine. I think the only time that I got a little bit uncomfortable was when I slid over and landed on a stake. But that's not something that these are meant to protect you from. So yeah, so these have been awesome. So the new pants I'm using, so I'm using the Flies this year. So these are just super light. I've used them before. They actually have adjusted an issue that I think I had one of the first versions when they had come out with them with the Kings, was that this would start to come undone, but it's a different kind of silicone that's on there. Of course, inside, so you have the pocket. That's the dry pocket, so that's where I'll keep like a microfiber or something like that. And then over on this side is just regular pockets inside there, so I can just put stuff in there, whatever I need to. And I mean, come on, like you can see through those. It's pretty ridiculous how much venting is on the back there, and then even being able to see daylight through the gray sections is great, because I sweat way too much. Like I'm sweating already just being out here, and so these are going to be fantastic for that. So that's the pants I'm using. Set those right there. I got my pack. So I guess I could have gone with a 5. So the thing I like with the 5 is it's able to just hold more paint. That's more kind of structured to your back. The only issue with the 5 is that one pod in the middle. So my spine is kind of like right on, or the middle one is right on my spine. So that would be the only thing that I wouldn't want to have a 5 for. But I mean, the Supreme packs are fantastic. Like just super comfortable. They just do exactly what they're supposed to do and just work. Like that's the thing that's great with these. I don't think I've ever had a pod fall out while I was running. So it just does a great job of holding on to your pods for you and just makes it quick so you can pull everything out real quick. Okay, so I know I've showed this before, so just got to have baby powder because, again, I sweat way too much. So I got to keep the boys fresh and make sure that I'm not chafing because that's going to make running really difficult. I've been using this forever. Actually, one of my coworkers at the school that I work at had actually made this. So I appreciate that. It's been just kind of like an undershirt for me. So it's just meant to be just breathable, and again, it's Florida, so it's going to get hot. But I like having the King logo on there, and I don't know, I've just had this for a while. Yeah, it's really what it comes down to. Oh, so pro tip. I got these for like $15 or $16 shipped. Go on eBay if you know what size you are. And these were brand new. I mean, these Under Armour cleats are usually like 120 bucks. So I would just check periodically and see what deal they have. Actually, Kyle on my team was like, dude, if you can get me a deal too, I'll pay you back. And I found a pair for him that were like 25 shipped, and they were brand new. So I think the only issue is like the front part here was a little bit messed up. So the person that got this probably went to, I don't know, Ross or something, and I'm seeing like little bits of like issues along there, but I don't care. I'm gonna be running around in the mud and dirt and all that, so these are gonna get dirty. But also it's just cool because this is pretty close to our color, so kind of have team colors with these. But I've been using this style of cleat for a little bit now. It's not necessarily that it gives you more support in the ankle. There's just something about like the fit of it that I like, and also when the laces are up here, I can put my pants over those, and when I go to slide, it's not going to undo the laces. So this is just like a charcoal, so it just helps with like moisture and all that. But inside here, hopefully you can see that. I don't know if you can. So inside there, I have the Z-liners. Z-liner is just a great liner. They are super comfy and just helps when you're on your feet for a long period of time. And I've really liked them, and they've been great to me. So yeah, they've been fantastic. If you want one, you can actually go. I'll put the link down below of the special that they run for. I'll put my code down there, and then that way, I think it's 10% off as well. So of course, got my ML Kings jersey. This one I still have from World Cup. So the other ones that we'll have will be from, or as we get closer to the other events. I have a couple others. So, I mean, I like to practice in what I'm going to be playing in as much as possible. Now, again, I sweat way too much. It's Florida, it's hot, but I am able to get more used to this. And then if it comes down to it, I can always just go down to just my tank top. But I'd rather have just that little bit of restriction for, when I'm snapping or pulling my gun up, things like that, running. So that way I'm used to it at the event. I don't want to have it be like a millimeter off and then I'm, not able to do what I'm supposed to do. I got another insert in here, and I can put my gun in here, but the cool thing with the Volcano bag is you can just strap it to the outside. So just keep the insert there, and then whenever I'm traveling, I can put the gun inside here, the barrel kit, and then everything else fits in here as well. Swabs, so the Exalt barrel swab has been fantastic. I mean, this thing is amazing. I still have another one that I've had for like 3 years, so you want to make sure you don't just give these away because yeah. And then it's good to have orange or something a little bit brighter, just so that way when you're playing, you don't want to have like all over black because it's going to blend into the grass, and then you're going to lose it. Then you have to go buy another one. So I'm also pretty cheap, so there is that. All right, so the other thing is my new mask for this year. So I've genuinely liked the CMDs. They've been great. So the one that I went with is the Highlander. Just something, I don't see a lot of people using them, and I don't know, just something different, and I'm able to be a little bit different on the field. Also, my family still can't tell me apart from other players, so this is something that they can actually look for and know that I'm on the field or not, or they can know where I am on the field, I guess is more what's happening. But that's why my dad is like, you better wear white shoes. So those cleats that I have they have the white in them, so that way he can at least be happy. But probably the next pair I get, if I see another pair for cheap on eBay, I might just go with the all black or like a gray or something like that. But we'll see. And then I've been using the Exalt case for a while too, so I can put other stuff in here if I need to. I don't think there's anything in here. Yeah, so I can put stuff in there if I want. Also, I forgot to have this because tomorrow's going to be, the weather will be fine, and this lens is good for a lot of different conditions, but I do have the fade lens, so the one that goes from like the HD to the clear. which at first, I'll be honest, I didn't like until I kept playing in it. And it's almost like it just shades the top part of the field, and then the rest of it is clear. So it actually was a really, really good purchase. So it'll be good in a lot of different conditions. Of course, got my Ruthless Christ Screw headband and the ML Kings one. So I don't even think these are for sale on this site. So if you see someone with them, that means that they either like won it in one of our contests or just got lucky, I don't know, or stole it from us. So yeah, I don't even know if these are for sale. So maybe they should be. If you guys want to see these for sale on the site, go hit up Ruthless and tell them that you want to buy a pair of these, or well, I guess you could buy a pair and buy two. And then same thing with the Christ Screw ones. I'm actually working on another one with Ruthless right now. So yeah, so same thing. You can get 10% off actually on the Ruthless site. We have a team code that you can use and get that off. Same thing with Bunker Kings. I'm going to put all of these down in the description down below, so that way if you're interested, then you're able to go ahead and get that. So super important, because every event seems to have some sort of rain. So I have my universal visor, so I just keep that in the gear bag, and of course a rain lid. These gloves I'm still using. So the Gorilla Grip ones, I think Walmart has their own version of them now too, which it's the same thing, it just doesn't have that. But these are great. So they're not going to be good for protecting your knuckles at all. So you definitely are going to feel every single one of those knuckle shots, but it's light. You're able to have a good grip, at least in Florida. I noticed before when I didn't wear gloves that I would slide and end up, there's something, maybe the dry grass, and it would cut my hand. So that wasn't fun. So these are a good way of getting around all of that. And then, and I probably should have more in here. I'll probably throw some more in. So the microfiber here from Ruthless. This is going to be a part of, or one of these is going to be a part of that giveaway, by the way. Speaking of the giveaway, let me go ahead and open this up. So this is like literally brand new. I just threw it in my bag, but I'm going to be using it tomorrow. I guess I can throw this away. This thing is awesome. When Ruthless showed it to me, I was like, that's genius. So if you're a surfer, I think there's a version of this, but the idea with this is that basically it's a big changing mat, and then when you go to change after the practice or the event, this turns into a big laundry bag. So that way you can have all your gear and put it back into your gear bag, and it's not going to get mud and gunk all inside there, especially when you have other equipment in there. So really, really cool idea by Ruthless. So these are going to be on the site, so you want to keep an eye out for those. This is one of the ones that I'm going to be giving away. So stay tuned on how to actually be able to enter for that giveaway. And yeah, good luck to you. But that's what I got for this season. All right, everyone, so that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. So for those entering the contest, make sure that you like this video, that you put a comment down below of what is the event that you are most looking forward to. Could be a local event, could be an NXL, whatever it is that's coming up. So I'll put my email around here somewhere. After you put that comment, what you're going to want to do is email me with your screen name. So that way, if I need to get in contact with you for winning, then I'll be able to go ahead and do that. Sorry to my international viewers. So if you do win, or if you enter and you're international, you will have to help with the shipping costs. So just keep that in mind. But this is a product that no one else is, like, I think I might be one of like 5 that have seen it. So it's pretty cool. So thank you again for watching, everyone, and I'll see you out on the field. As always, remember, watch, learn, win. Thanks.